and welcome to issues 48 and 49 of this Building the Millennium Falcon build. And I'm going to start this video by doing something I don't usually do. However, it's by looking at one of the magazines. The reason I'm going to show you this magazine is because there's an introduction to painting your model section in this magazine. So, you know, we're halfway through, nearly, we're 48, 49, nearly the 50 mark. And we're getting hints, tips, the paints to use, things like that about painting your Falcon. It says next time preparing a model, just quickly look at issue 49. I'm not going to show you the pages in detail, but I just want you to know, for those people who are worried about painting, there is now dedicated pages in the different stages of painting the Falcon. You know, airbrush, what paints to use, loads of information. You can also find the YouTube videos from Steve Ginzo, which are useful, and he's the one that has written the articles for the magazine. So yeah, so painting is going to be a part of this Falcon going forward, as we all know. And as you know, I started painting the bottom of the Falcon. That's still a work in progress. You won't be seeing this in this video or for a few videos time, because I'm really taking my time with it and I really want to show it off when it's all done. But moving away from the bottom and the painting, we are looking at these two pieces here, where we're going to start working on the top of the Falcon. So I'm going to stop waffling and open up these pieces and then be right back with you. So in issue 48 we get the following pieces. We get the first part of the top part jig. So if you can imagine that all the top will be laid on here, and then it will sandwich on with the other one to form the whole Falcon. If that makes any sense whatsoever, it'll make sense in future videos. We also get some more plating and some more ribs work and some screws and what have you. Bring in what we get in issue 49, and you can see it's pretty much the same. More screws, more rib work and more plating, and a little bit of extra details in this sprue here. So quite a simple video in this one. What you will need is this part. Remember this part? This was ages ago, issue 2 I think we got this part, maybe even issue 1. You'll be needing this because this is where the ribs will attach onto, and also this part. So as you can see from what I've laid out here, top plate 7 and top plate 8 attached to the part that we've already made up, and when they are connected means that this piece will finally get connected to the rest of it. We did actually do this stage in the trial, if you remember, back to over a year ago now. And we're finally doing this in issue 48. So yeah, let's put it all together. And here it is all finished. Now just to give you a little look at in a bit more detail of what I've just done. So I've put this 4 plug here and this 2 plug here support attaching this. This 4 plug was already supplied, and then I put these 4 silver screws in to hold the plate work up. And considering we've got these two parts, you know, a year apart, they go together very, very, very nicely, especially if you look at here. I mean, those lines are just perfect. Look at that, very, very, very well made. And yeah, very happy with this, how this piece has come out. So we've still got a bit more to add to it. We've still got this framework piece here, and then this framework piece here, as well as the whole plating. So without further ado, let's just crack on with it. all finished. Well, not quite all finished. I didn't put this piece on because if I had attached it now like this, it would have been far too weak just on that one joint to hold for a week. And I didn't want to risk it. But that part is meant to be on there, and then this plate work will go on there, something like that. But we'll look at that in a future issue. Also, I have looked, but I'm not entirely sure how these pieces attach to the plate work. I've got an idea, but I don't want to get it in the wrong position and show you guys incorrectly. So I'm going to wait till the instructions in the magazines tell me to do this before I attach these, to keep hold of these safe. Yeah, so that is what it looks like at the end of these two issues. So now that that's done, there's only one more thing left to do, really. And that is to put it on the blueprint. And it's going to make a lot more sense putting things on the blueprint for the top, because obviously it's a blueprint of the top, so it won't be as confusing. So this is what we've got so far of the top. And yes, you may have guessed it, this circular bit here will go and attach to the cockpit there. So at long last, the cockpit and this section are going to be attached together. And for some reason the top of the Falcon excites me more than the bottom, maybe because we see it more. In The Force Awakens we saw the bottom quite a bit. But yeah, I'm quite excited to finally get this piece and this piece connected to the main bulk of the Falcon. You may notice that just because of age and weathering and time, this piece and the cockpit tunnel are a lot darker than these new pieces here. Obviously I'm going to weather the whole thing, so it won't make too much of a difference. But it is interesting to know what a year surrounded by kind of paint fumes and just dirt and things like that can do to the pieces of the model. So yeah, it makes them slightly darker, a bit more weathered, which is fine. The more weathering, the better. So I'm going to stop waffling here and just leave you with that gorgeous looking shot. There'll be more of the top next time. So until next time, take care.